Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Anthony Crufasi, functional medicine practitioner and double board certified clinical nutritionist. And in this video today, we're going to be discussing some of the major leaky gut causes of leaky gut syndrome that we commonly see. Now, remember, leaky gut causes, symptoms, and issues are related to many different chronic health conditions, but they always vary from person to person. So we're going to be going over some of the major ones today. However, remember, this is a very small list, okay? The first major cause to leaky gut syndrome is stress. Okay, so stress. Now, before we go over this, remember, let's talk about what leaky gut is. Remember, you got to think of leaky gut as if you were to leave your screen door open on a hot summer day and there's holes in the screen door. Well, what's going to happen is bugs and other things are going to get in your house that you don't want in there. So if we have a digestive tract here, and remember your digestive tract is only one cell layer thick. So we're drawing one cell layer here, and this is going to be your bloodstream here, okay? So this is your bloodstream. And what can get in is anything in your environment. So we'll call these environmental triggers. Okay, so environmental triggers enter the bloodstream. What does this cause? Well, this causes inflammation. Inflammation and stress are highly related because if you have stress, this creates inflammation. Inflammation also creates stress in the body. Okay, so we'll drop this down. We'll do stress and inflammation. Okay. All right, so enough drawing on my side. We'll get this moving. So, creates a lot of stress, okay? Your body cannot differentiate between stress, though. Chemical stress, physical stress, mental stress, emotional stress. They all put it into, your body can't tell the difference. Put it in one big pot. So if you work out a lot, this is physical stress. If you're eating foods that you're reacting to, if you work with chemicals on a daily basis, or you're near power plants or different chemical stations, etc. If you're drinking water, that's a lot of chemical stress in the body. If you have stressful life at home or work, that can create emotional stress with whoever it is, people, life in general, right? Everybody has it. So your body can't tell the difference. So essentially it's a teeter-totter of what's more stressful, and each one of these things can have different levels of stress in the body, but the body reacts to it the same way. So you could have more chemical stress than physical stress, yet another person can have more physical stress than mental stress, and vice versa. So this is, again, why we have to take a big picture approach for all of this stuff. So, cause a lot of inflammation. Inflammation and all these things can open up this gut lining. Remember, the gut lining is only one cell layer thick, okay? So it's a strong barrier system, but it can be opened up. And when it opens up for too long, now you can start reacting to different things in the body. So stress is a major cause. Remember, causes can be very different than a lot of the symptoms here, okay? The second one is environmental toxins. So environmental toxins. So, as we said, anything in your environment you can react to. Food, water, air, chemicals, radiation, you name it. These are all environmental toxins that can enter the body and cause stress and cause the body to react to this and cause a leaky gut syndrome. Super, super common. Very, very common. The third one is prescription medication. So, prescription drugs. Most of our patients come in, whether I see them remotely or in person in our clinic, and they're on at least a couple prescription drugs, usually 2 to 5 prescriptions, if not more, many of our patients. Okay, remember, if you have a symptoms are some of the last things to show, and they are the first things to leave once you start addressing issues. So symptoms cannot just be managed. You can't just manage symptoms your whole life because the underlying issues, underlying dysfunction can linger for a very long time and will never be resolved. So many of these prescription medications that patients are on are only managing the symptoms. Okay, remember, the United States makes up only 5% of the world's population. We consume about 72% of the world's prescription medications. That's a staggering number. So 5% of the world consuming almost 3/4 of the world's prescription medications. It's a little bit mind-blowing. And we're not nearly at the top in terms of longevity and health. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you know most Americans are pretty unhealthy, pretty sick. So, these do have their place in time when they're needed. However, this is a lot of related to symptomatic care, symptomatic management. It's not going to address the root issue, the root causes, especially related to leaky gut. There's not a drug that can resolve a leaky gut. You must address the underlying issues. And again, this is not often utilized with this. So, these come with a lot of side effects, nutrient depletions. Side effects can cause leaky gut, but the nutrient depletions also are an issue. You need specific nutrients to help stabilize these cells in the digestive tract. So all of these cells, as we said, it's one cell layer thick, the digestive tract, and they're held tight together by proteins known as gap junctions, tight junctions. These cells now utilize fuel, and these fuel comes from nutrients. So prescription drugs, you're getting a lot of nutrient depletions. Most people don't know this, but nearly at least 90% of all medications, all prescription drugs, come with nutrient depletions. So they deplete specific vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, cofactors necessary to run basic metabolic processes in the body. So if you're depleting these crucial things that just run body production, you're going to get a lot of dysfunction. You're going to get a lot of other symptoms. So we always have to look at this as well. It's really, really important. Okay, the fourth one is gluten. So gluten. So no matter who you are on planet Earth, gluten opens up these tight junctions. Now what happens is gluten is right there. It's very easy for gluten to enter the bloodstream, but gluten opens up these tight junctions, can cause a leaky gut. Remember, stress can cause it, all these can cause it so far, okay? Very big, important points here. Number 5 is antibiotics. Now, many people have taken antibiotics. If you're watching this video, most likely the chances of you having taken an antibiotic in your history is pretty high. Antibiotics, remember, they only kill bacteria. So if you're sick, you got a viral infection, this is not going to fix it, by the way, FYI. Just a little FYI there, okay? Antibiotics do not harm, kill viruses. They are for biotics, bacteria. But remember, antibiotics, they are not, they can't decide. They're not selective on which bacteria they kill. So they kill everything. They kill both the good and the bad. The problem is that your good bacteria helps stabilize the digestive tract. Remember, your good bacteria are in your gut, your microbiome, we call that your microbiome, makes up about 80% of your immune system. In your gut, the bacteria and all other organisms. And it also produces about 72% of your neurotransmitters. So remember, when you have leaky gut, most often you have leaky brain fog issues, concentration problems, memory issues. We see this a ton. Super, super common. Alright, so antibiotics kill the good bacteria. Now, the good bacteria are not able to stabilize this digestive tract. Okay, so really important point here. Okay, and remember, you have 3 types of, call them biotics. Okay, you have, we'll write it right here. You have prebiotics, so we'll write this here, biotics. Prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics. Okay, so prebiotics are things like undigested fiber. Prebiotics are fuel for your probiotics. Okay, so they're food for your probiotics. Probiotics are the good microorganisms, the live microorganisms in your gut, in your digestive tract. Postbiotics are things, chemicals, molecules that are produced by probiotics. These are things like called short-chain fatty acids. So butyric acid, one of the biggest ones produced by probiotics. And this is healthy fat, short-chain fat that is good for the gut. It helps stabilize the digestive tract. So again, we need all of these important markers here in order for good gut function. So this can cause leaky gut. Okay, and then lastly, low digestive enzymes. Okay, low digestive enzymes. So, low digestive enzymes. Your stomach produces enzymes, your gallbladder produces specific acids and enzymes, and your pancreas also helps produce some specific enzymes and nutrients, buffers, etc. Really important, what happens is, how can this cause a leaky gut? Well, if you have poor digestive enzyme dysfunction, the pH is going to be changed. So now your stomach is not going to be producing enough acid, the pH changes. Now your pH changes in the small intestine. What this does is now you have an imbalance in bacterial levels because the environment has changed. So now other bacteria can start growing there. And what can this happen is now you're not able to stabilize, you don't have the good bacteria to help stabilize this digestive tract. So what this causes is a leaky gut. Alright, so you can see this is a small list compared to the overall causes, but these are some of the major causes from leaky gut syndrome. Again, we can't just run one test and look at this from a linear perspective. You have to look at it from a multifaceted, from a big picture approach to really address the underlying issues, because that's my whole focus. That is what we want to do, is get to the root cause, resolve the problem. Remember, if you're driving your car and your check engine light goes on, you're not going to rip out the cord that goes to your check engine light. It doesn't make any sense. You're going to find out why. This is the exact same thing we need to do with our health. So if you're dealing with a leaky gut, symptoms of a leaky gut, which I discussed in many other videos that I have on here, then this is very important. You need to address the underlying issues. So I hope this video helped you. If you're dealing with a leaky gut or know someone who is, make sure you like this information, share this with them. All right, we work with patients all over the world, both in person as well as remotely, that we are able to find the underlying causes and help patients resolve their leaky gut. So, again, I'm Dr. Anthony Kafasi. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped you, and have a great day.